Hello students, good morning. Today we will start our next topic, Faraday experiment. Yesterday also I explained some basic about the Faraday's experiment. That in last class we have done about the electromagnetic induction. What is electromagnetic induction? Electromagnetic induction is the phenomena by which we can induce EMF by changing the magnetic flux. If we will change the magnetic flux, then EMF will be induced. Then the method of the creating EMF, inducing EMF and induced current, this experiment is this phenomena is known as the electromagnetic induction. Clear now? The first time this electromagnetic induction phenomena is given by the Faraday. Faraday is the name of the scientist, and the experiment given by the Faraday is known as the Faraday's experiment. First experiment, that is the creating this one, when we are changing there. In last class we have done the two experiment when we induced EMF with a stationary coil and the moving magnet. Induced EMF with a stationary coil and moving magnet. When we will connect a coil with a connect a galvanometer with the current, without current carrying coil, their current is not acting because there we are not connecting any battery, but near it we are taking a magnet. Here magnet we are taking. As we will move this magnet, we are keeping this coil is at rest, but move this magnet here and there. One we are going there in that direction, again we are going away from this one, then current will induced inside this one due to the momentum of this magnet. As magnet will move, then magnetic flux will change. How will change? As we will come near to this coil, then magnetic field will increase, but changing because here is less than it toward this one increasing, that's why flux is changing. As we will taking away from this one, then magnetic field is decreasing. As decreasing, but magnetic flux is changing, that's why this one is the induced EMF. Second hour, when the magnet is held stationary anywhere near or inside the coil, but the galvanometer does not deflection any, then the galvanometer does not deflect any deflection, does not show any deflection. Clear now? As we will move this magnet, then only this galvanometer will show deflection. If we will not move here and there, then it will not show any deflection. Second of way of inducing EMF. Then second, how we can do that induced EMF with a stationary magnet but moving coil. As we are taking with a stationary magnet and moving coil as we will take this coil here, and there is a galvanometer, and here we are taking here magnet. Clear? Now we are keeping this magnet is stationary, means at rest, and moving coil. We are moving this coil, we are taking this coil one time there near this magnet, then magnetic field will increase due to this coming toward the magnet, then magnetic flux is changed, that's why there is a show the deflection in the galvanometer, that's why EMF will induced inside this circuit. As we will taking away from this one, from here from there to there we are taking this coil away from this magnet, then magnetic flux again will change. As will change, the galvanometer again will show the deflection. Now third method of the induced EMF, then by the current induced EMF by varying current in neighbor induced EMF by the varying current in the neighboring coil. When we are taking a coil is here we are connecting this coil with a galvanometer, and second one more coil we are taking near it, and here we are taking near coil connecting with the battery, and here we are using key, this key, and there is a battery. Clear now? Here this coil, there we are taking name 1 and here we are writing 2. Clear? As we will start current, as we will join this key, close this key, then current will start flowing inside the circuit. As current will increasing, then magnetic field surrounding this wire is increasing. As current will increase, magnetic field will increase, then flux will change near this, inside this coil. Clear? Now as current is continuously is acting inside this coil, then there is no change in the current, then magnetic field will be remain constant. So magnetic field will remain constant, magnetic flux will remain constant. So there is no deflection in the galvanometer. Clear? As we will open this key, then current will stop inside this coil. Inside this coil current will stop. As current will stop, then magnetic field again decreasing. As magnetic field will decrease, then flux will decrease inside this one. Then flux will changing. Due to flux changing, then current will again induced inside this coil. Clear? Then again the galvanometer will show the deflection. So induced EMF by varying current in the neighboring coil. That is a neighboring coil, this one. Inside this one we are changing the current, then EMF will induced inside this coil. If we will not change the current continuously, same current is will flowing inside the coil, then there is a no current induction in this one. Clear now? This is the induced method by varying the current in the neighboring coil. By this one we can induce the current. Next our topic, Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. First law, electromagnetic first law. This one is telling about that whenever magnetic flux will changing, then EMF is induced. That is the first law of the Faraday. Then how we will write? Whenever magnetic flux linked with the circuit changes and EMF is induced, in the coil, and it lasts as long as change the magnetic flux is continue. Clear? Whenever magnetic flux leave in this circuit change, then EMF is induced in the coil. Clear? And it lasts as long as the change in magnetic flux is continued. Clear? Second law, the induced the EMF. Then in first law we explained about Faraday explained about that in current will induced EMF will induced when magnetic flux is changing. In second law, then how much EMF is changing, that magnitude explained in the second law. Then the EMF induced in a circuit of coil is always directly proportional to rate of change of magnetic flux. That induced EMF is the coil of the circuit that is always magnetic proportional to the rate of change of magnetic flux. That the induced EMF E we can write they are directly proportional to the flux is a phi, that we can write their rate of change of phi, that is induced EMF. Clear? As we will remove this proportional sign, induced EMF is directly proportional to the d by dt, where phi equal to magnetic flux. As we remove this one, then we will take a one constant. That constant we are writing K, and here K equal to 1. Here, that's why we can write there induced EMF is our d phi by dt. Clear now? That means that second law of the Faraday is telling about the magnitude of the induced EMF. What amount of the EMF will induced by using the second law of the Faraday. Understood now? Next law is the Lenz law. This is our important law, that is the Lenz law. What is Lenz law? That is the telling about the direction of the induced current. As we are inducing current by using the electromagnetic phenomena, electromagnetic induction phenomena, then what will be direction of the induced current? This we will find by using this law. Then according to this law, the induced current also acts in a direction that is opposes the change of magnetic flux linked with the circuit. That is, it always oppose the change responsible for its production. Clear now? Lenz law is the law that is the direction of the induced current such that it oppose the cause of the production. That is a, like this one we are taking a wire, like this one we are taking this wire, we are connecting with this one wire is the galvanometer, then we are bringing near this one a magnet. Clear? Then galvanometer will show the deflection if magnetic flux will change. This we have done in first law. Magnetic flux will change, then current will induce. Then in which direction current will induce, that will find the Lenz law. Now as we will bringing this magnet near it, then magnetic flux will change, then current will induced. Here the current is induced due to the changing the position of this magnet. Clear? Here the cause of the production of the induced current is this magnet. That's why it opposes the cause of its production. Clear? How it opposes? Then as we will take this in that direction, then its oppose will be, if we will take their south polarity or north polarity. Here we will check which polarity. As this one will be coming toward it, if we will take here south polarity, then it will also attract it more fastly, but it should be opposed of the cause. Then how it will be opposed? That by the repulsion, and repulsion will take place if we will take here north polarity. North will repel with each other, then it will be opposed the cause of its production. Here the producing induced current is this one. Then if we will take here north polarity, then it will oppose the magnet. Then by using north polarity, then current will acting in this one direction, like this one direction. Understood now? Then according to this law, induced current also act in the direction that is oppose the change in magnetic flux linked in the circuit. It always opposes the change in the responsible for its production. That is the Lenz law. Clear? Okay. Up to this topic you have to complete in fair notebook and try to solve problem related to this law. How you can find the direction of the induced current. Okay, thank you.